Next, the ongoing coronavirus threat, the death toll in the U.S. now officially topping 110,000.
But it's also an economic crisis, and today is the first of the month, and that means bills are often due.
As the nation tackles multiple emergencies, it appears likely we're about to confront another, a very busy hurricane season.
Chaos isn't random. In fact, it's explained through chaos theory, which states that within the apparent randomness of chaotic complex systems, there are underlying patterns, interconnectedness, constant feedback loops, and self-organization. Chaos theory, a deterministic model where one change can spark self-organizing. And so you did. Organizing for families being torn apart, coming together to say enough is enough when keeping our families safe, demanding social justice allies be lifted up as we battle for equality and to protect our planet, and self-organizing to send a clear message that when our politicians weren't representing us, we knocked more doors, made more calls, donated more money, and orchestrated a new chapter in Virginia history. The chaos ushers in clarity. Clarity sometimes weighs on us hard.
So if I played 400 rounds of Monopoly with you and I had to play and give you every dime that I made, and then for 50 years, every time that I played, if you didn't like what I did, you got to burn it like they did in Tulsa and like they did in Rosewood, how can you win? How can you win? You can't win. The game is fixed. So when they say, why do you burn down the community? Why do you burn down your own neighborhood? It's not ours. We don't own anything.
Other times, it lifts us up when we need it most.
That's right. Daddy changed the world. Wait, we don't. He did what? Daddy changed the world.
George Floyd's 6-year-old daughter, Gianna, already knows the impact her dad has had on the world.
But organizing is demanding. This work takes its toll, and with the lows filled with anxiety and exhaustion, come the highs and the chaos that brings us together. Lifelong friendships and bold new coalitions forged, ready to tell chaos, we own you. Organizing with grit, claiming every inch of new ground, we will do so keeping these 3 principles in mind. Number 1, fight, ignore, engage. There are few bullies that we must fight, as we won't be trampled on. Then there are a few more voices just looking for attention, which we need to ignore. But the vast majority of our friends and neighbors must be engaged. The wisdom comes in understanding these 3 groups.
How we explain that when someone is cruel or acts like a bully, you don't stoop to their level. No, our motto is, when they go low, we go high.
Number 2, act, not react. The world must feel what we stand for, not simply a reaction to the craziness of a tweet or the next headline. While we may not be sure how we got here, the arc of history is bending towards justice, and we must have faith in how we define our future. Number 3, radically empathize. Soon you will hear from singer and social justice advocate Chris Matthews, who will shine her anthem, the battle hymn for an army of lovers, a fitting tribute to the need to channel our own vulnerabilities in appreciating the many paths we all travel. To empathize is not to agree, but to have the courage to look someone in the eyes and feel their journey. This week's experience is about becoming that army. In our session, Owning Chaos, and the many other sessions in the coming days, we will find that even virtually, there is a force to be reckoned with. This he for she is humbled to serve you, but my real drive are my 2 daughters who told me God is a woman, and I'm not dumb enough to argue with them. I can't wait for my 2 daughters to join you soon as we own this chaos. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Chris Matthews.